The Dr. Dre divorce drama just doesn't seem to stop. TMZ reported that Dre's estranged wife, Nicole Young, is claiming his new female house guest has been wearing her designer duds. Nicole claims that she left most of her belongings, including designer bags, shoes, clothing, and around 20 fur coats in the home she shared with the music mogul. Nicole is now seeking permission to access the home to retrieve her items. So ladies, keep it real. How would you feel if your ex's new boo was raiding your wardrobe? First of all, this divorce is so messy. I don't know why it's so messy.
Come on, Garcelle. That part.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of money involved, but I also think that as a woman, when you're leaving that house, you're taking all your stuff. I'm taking all my furs. I'm taking all my bags. I'm not even leaving room for somebody else to wear it.
Yeah. I think allegedly there was a question of if she could take the things with her because he claims to have paid for them. So that's why.
What kind of woman is wearing another woman's clothing? That's where I'm like, what the hell? When he can afford to buy double of everything.
Who you? Who would do that?
So what do you think?
I'm looking at my friend Lonnie. Lonnie, you that girl? Are you that woman?
No, I don't believe that the alleged person, which if it would be April. I don't think April would even do that. I just don't believe that. I think this is a story for Nicole to try to get into the house and get her stuff. That's what it's probably about. But to put the other woman in it, I don't think that that's right. Unless you got pictures and all this other kind of stuff, and we haven't seen any pictures. You can't. You just that's just and now you're putting this other woman in a situation, because they're separated. So it's I don't believe that, And to answer your question, no, Jeannie, I would not wear another bitch's. I
was hoping so, Lonnie. I was hoping so, but I gotta tell you,
we had April on the show to do that.
We had April on the show, and when I read this, I was like, wait, is it April? I was just trying to figure it out because I'm not that
allegedly that's the story.
But having met her, I would never see that from her, too. Like, I would, you know what I mean? She doesn't carry herself like the person
let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. If you were in a house and there was a bunch of luxury stuff that maybe you ain't never seen or experienced, which I don't know if that's clearly not April's situation. That's not her situation. But you might look at it. You might touch the expensive coat. You might you might try it on, but you ain't walking out the house wearing it.
No.
There's no way. This seems really far-fetched.
Yeah, when you can be photographed because he's such high profile, people are following him.
I'm definitely going to look at the stuff. I'm going to look at it.
Okay, so Adrian,
yes, I would look at it.
Would you open the drawers? Would you open the drawers to peep her jewelry?
100%. I just want to see just because I'm nosy. But I'm not wearing it.
Oh my God.
And I'm low-key going to look at it. I think there'd be to some extent just a question of, what this person, what that life was. Like, I think that would more so. But I wouldn't open it to be like, I want to wear her things. That's
no, of course.
Wild, creepy.
I'm not the type to touch it only because I believe things have juju. And if I knew that was the ex, I wouldn't want any of that juju on me. I wouldn't even want to touch it because I don't want it to touch me. But what I would do is I would peek around the corner like this, and I would take a quick picture, and then I would go home to my secret place, and I would sit there and just zoom.
Zoom. Yes, you gotta zoom and see what's going on.
You know what could be happening too is that if allegedly he is saying that he bought the things, so those are his things. That he's telling the whoever it might be that you can go in there and you could wear it because I bought this
even
stuff.
If he said that, I'm not doing it.
That could be it. Now, if that happened, I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
You, as a woman, you have a sense of pride.
Okay, wait, I got a question just because I like playing what if situations. You don't have your shirt. I don't know where it went. It flew out the window. You ain't got a shirt. The only shirts available are this ex's. Okay, so you wouldn't even borrow his shirt.
No, my ego.
He doesn't have a shirt. Let's just pretend he doesn't have a shirt. You are gonna go shirtless in your Uber. What are you gonna do?
I'm walking naked with my whole
Jeannie,
pride.
Stop it. It's not gonna work.
No
just
way.
There's a bathrobe. There's a bathrobe.
No way.
There's a
towel. Ooh, you're so proud. Walking out with the comforter.
So proud.
There are many people around the country still anxiously waiting for their chance to get the COVID-19 vaccine. And recently, 2 women decided they would disguise themselves to try and get a dose. NPR reported on 2 middle-aged Florida women who got caught dressed up as grannies to try and get their second dose of the vaccine. They had the whole getup, bonnets, gloves, and glasses. And while it hasn't been determined how they got their first dose, they were caught this time around and issued a trespassing warning by the sheriff. So ladies, what do you think about these sneaky seniors?
Damn,
I had posted about this, and I reposted the picture with Jeannie and I dressed up as grannies. It was from when we were Golden Girls.
We gangsters like this, man. We grandma gangsters. I reposted this, and people were dying, Lonnie, because we look like we in the getaway car. We're ready.
We were ready for
Let's go.
But seriously, this is bad. This is bad because this is serious. You have older people that really do need. We have there's a reason why there is a wait list for this vaccine. We need to make sure that our essential workers, that our teachers, that our senior citizens are covered first. And you may think, oh, it's only 2. That's 2, shots that could go to somebody else. So let's just, what? If you act like an old person and stay in the house, maybe you wouldn't have to worry about getting the virus. Play Parcheesi. Do that on a Saturday night instead of going to the bars.
But you guys, we should have known that there's going to be people who are, trying to get around the system. I've had people say, I know of a way you can get the vaccine. And I'm like, I don't want the vaccine until it's my time.
Me too.
But you knew it was a matter of time. People were going to try to get around it.
Oh, definitely. You know what? They're even saying that because in some lower income areas, especially in the African American areas, because a lot of African Americans are leery about the vaccine, they're not getting it. And there are some people from other social economical places going in and taking those vaccines.
That's right. This also happened, you guys, in Native American areas. I read this whole article. I can't remember the exact specifics on it, but pretty much that people sadly dressed up and tried to somewhat extent, almost like blackface the situation to go in and take other people's vaccines that were intended for Native Americans. Yeah, it was crazy. I was reading the article like, how is this allowed?
President Biden and the Biden administration, they're working on more vaccine shipments and supplies. So there's going to be more. There's going to be enough for everybody. It's just wait your turn because it's very, it's just important that we have certain people, especially the teachers. If you want your kids to be in school, you want to make sure that the teachers can get their vaccines, especially, so that the schools can open. And then that way people aren't getting sick and reclosing it. So it's just a matter of time. We just have to be patient. But there's going to be enough for everybody.
Yeah. I was trying to read the facts, but look up that story. It was very interesting. It was literally talking about people going into indigenous land and intentionally knowing what they were doing and saying, we're going to go in here and take these vaccines from them. And it was heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking what people will do. So, just wear a mask. Stay socially distanced. You'll be okay.
Right.